the burning stuff is working. Like I can look at my
up here we are. All right, guys, don't get scared of my eyebrows. Don't get scared of my eyebrows. I don't know if you saw my thing yesterday. They were a little bit lighter than yesterday. I had, it's called lamination done to my eyebrows. So what it is that it straightens your eyebrows. So it's almost like a keratin for your eyebrows. And this is all my hair. This is not filled in. And then she just tinted my hair. So there's be a little light for the first day or so, but then that's it. So, so I want to apologize for last week. So the reason why I couldn't make last week was because Victoria's friends from her bridal party, because she had to postpone her wedding, last week was supposed to be her bachelorette week. So they had like 5 of the girls got together and they surprised her. Now, Victoria hates to be surprised. So I had to postpone the live for that. So I'm sorry about that. So, but that's why. And then I had the date mixed up, of course. I kept thinking it was the 11th, but it wasn't. So my bad. So I apologize. So I hope everyone had a good 2 weeks. Also, if everyone survived the storm, if you guys are in New York or wherever you were, if you survived this hurricane, we're okay here. So we got some questions. So let's get right to it. Oh, wait, my glasses are very dirty. Oh, I'm a mess, but that's all right, right? So we have a lot of exciting questions here. And I don't know, anybody else feel bloated? I am so sick and tired of feeling bloated all the time. I can't take it. Oh, you like my hair like that? I don't know. My son said to me today, literally said to me today, you look like a sunflower. Your eyebrows are the color of the center of the sunflower and your hair is as blonde as the outside of the sunflower. And then he said, what's with your hair? See, people aren't used to me with my hair down. I don't know. Should I keep my hair like this? I go Sunday for a touch-up because Lord knows I need a touch-up. So I don't know. I was going to get a haircut. I don't know what to do. It's like I'm not going anywhere, right? But anyway. So let's get started. First question that we have is from Paulette. And she says, I just want to thank you for the message I got from my brother last video chat. I so needed that. So this is the thing that I love about doing these chats is that people are getting so much out of it, whether you feel Spirit is speaking directly to you or it's from a message through someone else. So you're very welcome, Paulette. I am glad that that message helped you. I don't know if she's on this week. So now we have Carrie. Carrie says, again, just want to thank you for doing these chats and mini readings for your fans. It's literally the only one happy time I look forward to every Thursday evening. That's so sweet. I love how you use your gift to help people deal with the grief of a lost loved one. I know you had given me hope and faith, and for that, I cannot be more thankful. Keep doing what you're doing. You're changing people's lives for the better and giving them and myself the kind of peace only you can give. I am blessed to be a part of your official fan club. Well, Carrie, I appreciate that very much, especially through these times, and everything we're all going through.
Paulette said thank you. I'm here.
Oh, hello, Paulette. During these times, even myself, sometimes we question things. We question our path in life. We just question everything. So I wanted to thank you, Carrie, for sharing that because that just validated for me again that I do have to just keep doing what I'm doing. So not that I was stopping thinking of doing what I was doing. I don't want anyone to panic, but it's just nice to hear sometimes, it's hard. These times are hard for everyone. So Lisa says, I want to thank you guys are so sweet. Every question is thanking me. So I appreciate that very much.
And that's here in the chat too, everyone.
I know you guys are so sweet.
So great.
Aww, you're so sweet, guys. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for reading my letter a couple of weeks ago about my daughter Scarlett, who passed. Everything you said, the blanket box and song, I can validate as true. I wasn't there for the live reading, but watched it later and cried in my living room with my husband. I feel like a part of my soul healed. You are truly an angel. You were saying she also made me feel, and then another beautiful soul came through, and you said 2 souls can bond and piggyback off of each other. Well, I hope they did bond and that they are like little buddies now. Thank you again. I am forever a fan. So Lisa, and again, these live chats, I kind of look at it as, the chat that keeps on giving. People go back and they reflect on it, they rewatch it, they just think about what was said, and it helps them. So I am very honored that I was able to share a message from your daughter Scarlett, and it has helped you and your husband as well. Melissa says, I've been a nurse for 22 years, over 10 in hospice. That's a hard job. I never feel alone, not in a weird way, but I feel a calming presence around me most days. Can a person have spirits around them that are not close friends or family? Yes, absolutely. So especially if you're working in that type of work, it could be a soul of the person that you're caring for or working with. Could be your spirit guides and also your loved ones. I felt this way long before I lost any close loved ones. I yearn to feel my grandmother's presence, who I lost 4 years ago, but I'm not sure if she is around. So remember what I always say about signs, Melissa, I hope you're on, is that they come from out of nowhere, and they come like sometimes in the most peculiar places or most in certainly times. So it could so as I was reading it, I kept seeing I just kept seeing my symbols for mother figures and grandmothers, which was gardenias. And then I actually saw like a shadow in front of me. So that's my symbol for because that's the way I see spirit. That doesn't mean that's what you will see, but it could be anything that you see or you think you see. Know that that's your grandmother. The gardenias is a symbol of mine for either that is specifically her favorite flower. More importantly, you smell things that remind you of her. It could be flowers, it could be perfume, it could be coffee, and there's no reason why you should be smelling it. Know that that is her. Now, Marie had a question for Victoria. Victoria is not here right now, so I'm going to wait. She might be home by the time I answer the question, so I'm going to hold off on that question for Victoria. So Tracy says, I experience ear ringing, usually only in my right ear, randomly. Sometimes it will be in frequent intervals for a few days, and sometimes it's just a random moment. Is this a sign that spirit or possibly my mom is trying to send me a message from the spirit dimension / heaven? Tracy, some people do have that. I do know of someone that does have the ringing, and it is spirit. Sometimes what it is, why you might feel that ringing or sense that, is that it's just the energy, and that's that vibration that you're hearing is the ringing. I don't hear a ringing in my ears. Some people do, some people don't. Now, is Tracy on? Can you see Victoria if Tracy is on?
Looking.
Okay. Okay. So, again, the other thing that I saw, Tracy, what I saw was a necklace. So I don't know, to validate that, it could be your mom's energy and vibration that you're with the ringing. She showed me something with a necklace. So whether if it be a necklace that she has, someone's saying is tinnitus. Oh, so it was so funny because I was going to say some people say it's tinnitus, but it depends on what it is. Absolutely could be a medical condition, but some people do. I do know of some people that have spiritual gifts that do have that ringing in the ear when they are either raising a vibration or if they are sensing energy around them. To validate that, Tracy, your mom kept showing me a necklace. So I don't know if you have her necklace or if you're wearing a necklace that she gave you, or somewhat how connected to your mom. She did show me a changing of jewelry. So I don't know if you changed a piece of her jewelry with thinking about it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a bracelet, a necklace into a bracelet, if it was an engagement ring into a necklace, whatever it is. She showed me there's a lot of things to do with jewelry. So I hope that helps you. But I always say, if you are experiencing anything physical whatsoever, uncomfortable, please have it checked out by a doctor. You never can be sure. My doctor, all the things that I've been telling him, he just thinks I'm crazy because he'll walk in the room and go, so what now? What's the matter now? Because I always have crazy things going on. And some of it is unexplainable. Some of it is medical, and some of it is connected to, my spiritual gifts. So I always have everything checked out first from a doctor, and can never be too safe, right? So we have Lucia says, I went to see you live for the first time last October in Irving, Texas. At that point, I had lost my mom 2 years prior. Her urn is on our mantle, and I admit I begged her to come through. While at the show, you stopped on my row and really said things that could have been for my mother, but the people on either side of me stood up so quickly, and to be fair, they needed to hear more from their loved ones than I did. I do know that my mom is always with me, so I never stood up. It wasn't until I got home and really replayed everything in my mind that I felt it had been my mom and that I had missed my chance. Do you think that happens often? Could the message really have been meant for me? So this is the thing. If whatever it is, whether you attend a live show, you watch Long Island Medium, or through this live chat, this, now I forgot because I caught someone said something. Why did someone write signs are not sins?
I don't know.
Somebody write that?
I'm trying to look at the question. Signs are not sins?
I thought that's what it said. I don't know. You know me, I can't even read these things, and it just kind of caught my eye. She's here. I'm reading her question now. Lucia, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. So this is what happens. It's the same thing, whether if you're in this live chat and Spirit has me say something that you can connect with, know that that is your loved ones, because these things not everything is so common. So know that you did not miss out on your chance. It was someone else. And you're absolutely right. A lot of times Spirit will have me focus and speak to the person that might not stand up, or I need to stand in front of them. You walked away that night knowing, oh my God, that was my mom. But I don't want you to feel that you missed out on a message, because you didn't. You didn't miss out because you knew that those messages were your mom. And there's no way that could not have been your mom. So it wasn't a missed out chance at all. And it also was not a coincidence that you were sitting in between two women and delivering where the souls would be piggybacking. So Lucia, to validate this, your mom just showed me lifting up of a blanket, and then she wrapped a shawl around me. So that means two things. It means that either you have some type of sweater or shawl of hers and something with a blanket. Either she knitted and crocheted, placing it to the side means that she's not cold anymore. So whether she complained about that prior to her departure, validating that her soul is at peace, and more importantly, knowing that, she also I just heard you also connect with her in your dreams. So I don't know if you had a dream of her, or if you felt that communication with her through a dream. So Victoria, can you look for that if she responds?
Yes.
Now, Christine said, I wanted to ask about Spirit helping repair fractured siblings' relationships after the loss of both parents. So that sometimes Spirit will come through and say, we'll say, I know what's going on, that there's disagreements within the family, sometimes that the families are separated. Spirit will come through and say that. Spirit is also very, very forgiving with the fact of if you decide to remove yourself from an unhealthy situation. So what Christine is saying, ours is horribly broken. And as much as I try to reach out and keep communication going, I feel a lot of times it is one-sided. I am afraid my folks will be disappointed if I don't keep trying, but my heart is tired of being hurt every time. I know I need to let go of the resentment and sense of hurt, but it's hard because even on the other side, I don't want my folks to be disappointed. Can they help from the other side? So Christine, there's only so much that Spirit can do. Spirit will place people on our paths to help us learn and grow. They will place opportunities in our path, but it's up to us in the end. So as much reaching out that you can do, if somebody doesn't want to repair a relationship, that's not your fault. You have no control over that. You're doing everything that you can to repair this. You can't force someone to change, or someone that might not be capable of change. So I can tell you this, that your parents are not disappointed whatsoever. I do feel the emotion that you have tried you have turned every stone to try to make this work. And whatever it is, if you feel that you have to remove yourself a little bit, know that they support that. I am going to say this to you, what they did. I did see two parents standing in front of me with a suitcase open at the bottom of their feet. So what I'm going to tell you is that maybe your parents are suggesting that with your siblings, you can imagine them standing in front of you. Close your eyes and just imagine them standing there, and hand back to them all resentment, anger, disappointment, whatever negative emotion you feel that they have left you with because of this, or the way that you feel, hand it back to them like in a meditation, and kind of release that from you. So this doesn't change you as a person, or more importantly, your soul, because they're not really your burdens to carry. You can't force someone to repair a relationship with you. And there's only so much that spirit can do. This is what spirit also has me talk about a lot, is free will choices. Spirit can show us everything in life, right? They can show us things. This is why I have a hard time when people ask, oh, what is my future like? Who knows? Spirit can talk about things coming up for you, but, or even in a relationship. But if that other person doesn't hold up their end of the bargain and that messes up your life, whose fault is that? So, a lot of our choices, it's all about free will choices, not only for us, but also the other person that we're involved with. So please release all of those negative emotions, and hopefully that will help you. And, I have to say this too, Christine, you have to always do what you feel is right in your heart. If you feel that you want to keep reaching out, whether it's you send a letter, a phone call, a text, whatever it is, then so be it. If you feel you were doing it, say, once a week, and now maybe you'll reach out maybe once a month, that's completely up to you. No one can tell you how to feel or what you should or shouldn't do. So I'm going to say to you, you need to listen to your heart. Listen to what you feel deep in your soul on what it is, on how far you want to continue, or what you should be doing on a weekly or daily or monthly basis. Okay. So Daryl, watching from Hong Kong, Daryl comes on a lot.
Yeah.
Do our departed loved ones interact with our spirit guides to look out for us and help us here in the physical world? Absolutely. But again, now this is not a coincidence that we're piggybacking this question with Christine, Daryl, on how a lot of it is our free will choices. God, spirit guides, angels, they can place so many opportunities in our path. But if we don't take that, then whose fault is that? Or whose choice is that? Right? So they do what they can to help us, but it's up to us to accept those things, notice those things, nurture those things, and take those things to a different level. And how do angels fit into the picture to help us? I get the impression that there is a small army on the other side who are looking out for each of us here. Is that correct thinking? Yes, Daryl. And I think the army you're referring to your dad. And yes, spirit angels, they do guide, protect, and look out for us. But again, a lot of things is up to our free will choices. So I hope that helps you. And then we have Theory, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I have always thought that the smell of smoke in our apartment was from the neighbors smoking, although there are times when, even though our windows are closed, our apartment has a fairly strong smoke smell. I can tell you, I smell cigarette smoke connected to Nanny Brigandy. So, and not only me, but so many other of my cousins and family members, that when things are going on, we always smell strong cigarette smoke, and nobody smokes, or nobody is smoking in our house. Or we see the big fat fly with the hair sticking out. That's Nanny Brigandy. So cigarette smoke if no one is smoking, is a sign from spirit. If somebody smoked, if that's something they enjoy to do, whatever, because it's to get your attention. So I got thinking about this, and I was trying to think of a loved one that smoked, but can't think of any that I know of. And I can remember being a smoker. As a matter of fact, there was a strong smell of cigarette smoke as I'm typing this. I don't think that was a coincidence either. So my question is, even though I can't remember any of my departed family or friends that would have smoked, could this be a sign from someone? And if so, what would the smell of cigarette smoke indicate? Or is it most likely just some of our neighbors smoking and the smoke somehow getting into our apartment? Well, listen, it can be your neighbors. Do I think that? No. It could be someone, look, it could be anyone. It could be someone that lived there previously to you in that apartment. I kept seeing a father figure. So whether it's a grandfather or an uncle that smoked, Listen, they might not have smoked in the end. Maybe they smoked years ago. I keep seeing a sailor's uniform. So that's a picture that I have of my grandfather in a sailor uniform sitting there smoking. So maybe it was a great grandfather, someone that you might not remembered smoking. Maybe they quit. But usually cigarette smoke is a soul trying to get our attention because it is such a distinct smell that we can't miss that. So I do think it is a loved one. Can you connect with dogs who have crossed over? I lost my bear a month ago. He was such a big part of my everyday. Yes, Nancy, I can connect with animals. Animals have connected before, have come through. I don't know if you missed it a couple of weeks ago, but I had shared that my cousin Debbie and Kathy lost their dog Pebbles, and Pebbles had come through immediately with some comforting messages for Debbie that Pebbles was indeed okay and more importantly, safe and at peace. So I can connect. Well, you have to understand animals, and for Debbie and Kathy, they didn't have children. So, Spiky and Pebbles are like their children. So when they lost Pebbles, it was like they lost a daughter. So that was the bond that they had. So Kathy, I saw you at the Paramount on Long Island last year, and you channeled 2 separate cats that both drowned. That was insane. I mean, people lose pets and pets come through, but 2 cats from 2 separate families that drown, crazy. I remember that night. Do the souls of our departed fur babies communicate through you differently than human souls? Can you tell if it's a pet coming through right away? Sometimes I can tell if it's a pet. Sometimes a pet will show me like a paw print. Sometimes with a cat, they'll just show me like a big tail, or I'll actually feel like a cat, like rub up against me if it's a cat. Sometimes I will start to channel and be like, oh my God, did you lose a son? And go into a couple of things. And then they'll show me a dog collar. And it turns out to be their dog that was a boy, but they thought of the dog as the son. Because again, how I sense the souls of the departed is through feelings. So I will feel the bond and relationship that you shared with them. So it's just, it always amazes me with pets on how they come through. And for me, a soul is a soul. So to be able to communicate, they communicate just like how we do. So Valerie says, my beautiful daughter at the age of 26 years old lost her husband 10 months ago. They were a young couple, married a short 2 years. He was 27 in a horrific, terrible accident. I'm doing my best to help her and support her. It's very hard to see your child in so much pain. I was wondering if he had a message for her, as she couldn't say her goodbyes under complicated circumstances. We miss him dearly, and he was the best son-in-law we ever could have had. We are in pain over his passing. Victoria, can you tell me if Valerie is on?
Yeah, I just asked. I'm looking through to see if I see
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Valerie, are you on? Come on over, Valerie. Valerie. There's a song, Valerie, right?
Yes.
Oh, you're welcome, Kathy, for answering your questions. I appreciate you writing in with questions, because I also know that with every question that I read, I know it helps not only the person writing in, but also, anyone listening, So, I will just wait a second to see if Valerie is on, because I did feel a couple of things as I was reading it. Megan says, so Saturday evening, I was with my toddler son laying in bed. A few minutes later, his camping headgear light that was sitting on the shelf literally turned on and off and started flickering. Is this a sign from spirit, or could my son have telekinetic abilities? No, it was spirit, because I can guarantee you the thing was off, right? I swear this happened. I believe you. I swear I believe you. Unfortunately, I froze out of fear and wasn't able to take a video of it. I wish I had. Note the headgear light was on the off position. So spirit will say this all the time. A lot of times if somebody had a miscarriage or lost a child, a lot of times children will play with lights. I am going to say this. I do see a mother and a father energy stepping forward. So just know that I am going to validate for you that was spirit turning on and off the headgear. And there was also something, I don't know, I saw a teddy bear, so I don't know how you can connect with that. And I also felt that, they showed me my symbol for namesake. So I don't know if you're a namesake or your son was named after someone. So is Megan on? I don't know.
I'm looking for Megan. I'm still looking for Valerie.
Valerie and Megan. I know, Jane. I
There
hope.
are so many people that are on.
I know.
But
But Megan, I'm not sure if you're on, but I think I just heard myself with my accent on. Anyway, I'm trying to see.
Megan is on. Megan's on.
Yes, perfect. So know that. And then there was also something with a teddy bear. So I don't know how you can connect with the teddy bear. And then there was also something with the namesake. So I don't know if you're able to validate that as well, Megan. So just know that spirit does have that that ability to make lights go off. Sometimes they play with the television volume. Oh, I see Megan said yes. So don't put anything as it can be a keepsake. Yes, Megan.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. It could be a keepsake, but however you can connect with that. I never put anything past spirit. Sometimes they will actually turn lights on and off. Sometimes it's just a flicker. Sometimes they actually turn the channel on a TV or the volume will go up and down. Sometimes people, I don't know why, microwaves. So anything that happens where there is no explanation, and I always tell you this, whenever you sense something or feel something and you think of someone in that moment, know that that is the soul that is communicating with you. Know that that is them. Okay. So that's so cool, Megan. I love stuff like that.
There's the toy cars.
Oh, perfect. See?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have Marion. This week will be 3 years tomorrow that my son passed. I've been waiting for a sign that he is listening to me. I miss him so much. So Marion, are you on?
I haven't seen, but I don't know if she has like a handle.
Okay. So Marion, I'm going to say this to you. I did hear someone call my name. So I don't know if that's, if you sometimes think that you hear your son's voice, or because when I hear ma, that's my symbol for where a parent or a mother hears their child's voice or them call their name. So whatever it is, whether if you hear his voice or you think you hear him call your name, know that that is your son. The other thing is that he just laid me in a bed and I actually felt a visitation from him. You guys know, you hear me say it all the time. I do not dream of my loved ones that have been departed. I don't connect with them in that way. I don't care if it lasts for a second or if you actually have a conversation with your loved ones. Some people do have conversations with their departed loved ones. Again, I don't have that. So know that that is your loved ones. Know that that is their soul trying to get your attention to let you know that he's okay. Your son just showed me a picture. When spirit shows me a high school picture, it means two things. You might actually have this picture of him in a school picture, or in some type of suit or formal wear. And it's almost like it's your favorite picture. Now I just saw a black and white picture with the burnt edges. So that's also my symbol for a very, very old picture that you tend to look at. I don't care if it's in a frame, you just came about, you just found this picture. It's validating that that is one of your favorite pictures, and know that every time you look at it, know that your son's soul is with you at that exact moment. So, Carrie says, my son passed a few years back. He was only 22 years old. First, is he okay? Is he scared? Lastly, is he mad at me for being so messed up for this? Thank you so much for all you do. Oh my God, I just realized somebody passed. Valerie. Oh, we was waiting for Valerie.
Yeah.
Literally, the husband, her son-in-law, was like, you skipped over me. So I was really,
goodness.
so he must be piggybacking with Kerry's son, because I heard, wait, she didn't finish channeling me. So Val, because what is, I tasted blood. So that's my symbol for where there was a tragedy. So I don't know, Kerry, if you're on. So Kerry and Valerie, we're going to probably be piggybacking both of these messages. What I saw was I tasted blood. So that is my symbol for tragedy, departure. Snapping of the fingers means that there was no opportunity to say goodbye. The whispering of the ear means that nothing was left unsaid. So know that anything that you said to your departed loved ones after they left, please know that their soul heard you and that nothing was left unsaid. The other thing is I felt taking a responsibility to the departure. So, oh, Kerry is here. I just saw Kerry here.
Yeah, Carrie Thompson on here.
Yep. So it's so weird how spirit makes me look at it and then I
know,
see
right?
exactly what it is.
Exactly.
But yet I can't read someone's message. That just goes to show I'm really not in charge of this. I like to think I'm even running a live fan club chat, but clearly I'm not. spirit is up for that. So what's happening is that when a soul steps forward and they take responsibility for their departure, it means that they take responsibility for their actions and or non-actions that caused or attributed to their departure. Does not necessarily mean that they intentionally took their own life. So especially when we have a tragedy and they want to take responsibility, that means that they do not want you to feel that you could have prevented this departure in any way, shape, or form, or more importantly, carry a guilt or burden connected to the departure. And that I heard, I am not upset. What I need you to start doing is living your life. So Carrie, if you're out there, what I am being shown now is your son is making me feel and showing me my symbol for where spirit wants you to live. And this is, trust me, this is so hard for me to say this to you, to live your life with happiness and joy, because with every smile that you take and every experience that you have, know that your son is living it through your eyes. So that is why spirit wants us to live with happiness and joy. Now, I don't know, is Carrie on? Because I don't know, I keep seeing a football jersey. And then I see like trophies and stuff. So I don't know if her son played sports, or if there was some type of sport memorabilia that she has.
Everyone's saying, I hope she gets the message.
Oh, Carrie just said yes.
Okay.
She just said yes.
Yep, I see. Yep. I see Carrie. Yep.
So I don't know if that's so that she's still on. Oh, yeah, she keeps saying yes. So,
Yes,
you know, about to validate that I'm interpreting everything correctly. And more importantly, that your son's soul is at peace. Carrie, this is very important. She said, yes, football. Oh my God, this is crazy. Are you?
I just got chills.
Listen, stop freaking me out. All right. Stop freaking me out. So Carrie, with your son, she says, I have jersey.
I have a jersey, yeah.
Crazy. Okay. So Carrie, also, your son is showing me that you did have some type of spiritual experience where you thought you saw your son. Is that correct? This just takes a little bit longer. Yeah. It's okay. So I don't care if you were out at a store, if it was a dream, whatever it is, know whatever you think you saw and you thought that that was your son. Know, Carrie, that was your son. Spirit has this amazing ability to show themselves to us. Sometimes it's only for a split second, but know that that was him. Because when it said, first, is he okay? Is he scared? I saw my symbols for her, and almost I could have sworn I heard him say to me, I show her all the time that I'm okay. And more importantly, he hit me in the back of the head, which is my symbol for where they passed instantly. If they did not pass instantly, then they were at least the soul, they were knocked unconscious or whatever it may be, where they did not physically feel anything prior to the actual passing. So, so no, Carrie. And if your son was not okay and at peace, he would not be able to come through and give you those amazing validations that he just did. So know that everything that you think you see, that you think you hear, that you feel, know that that is your son's soul and his way of trying to let you know that he is okay, more importantly, and at peace. He says, I wasn't scared because he showed me, I saw parents on the other side. So I'm assuming that they're going to be grandparents, whether if they're your grandparents. Know that that is his way of validating that he was greeted by other souls that had passed prior to him. Roger says, my question is regarding past life regression. How many times do you feel you have had past lives, and what were they? Roger, I could write a book on my past lives. I have so many past lives. I did them several years back. So I was a handicapped, disabled young girl. I believe that I was buried alive with my husband, who was an Egyptian king. I had a previous life where I was a young boy searching for my brother who was dying. Oh, Carrie says, and her husband also passed. So know that that all of the souls are together. Did you plant a tree or something, Carrie? That's what I just saw. Yes, Leslie, that was your brother. I don't know. That's what I just heard. Carrie, don't thank me. Thank your loved ones, because they're the one doing all the work. So, So I've had many past lives. I would probably say I at least had 10. But they weren't always all pleasant. So it is very, very interesting, to do to do a past life regression.
Tara said that her husband had abilities.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. And she said, thank you so very, very, very much.
And you know what else? Remember Brian Murphy? And I wrote about Brian Murphy. He was the first little boy that I ever channeled that had passed. His dad had abilities. So he had passed first, Brian had passed first, and then Bill had passed several years later. But Bill had abilities as well. So listen, we all have abilities. We all have the abilities to connect with our own departed loved ones, so don't discount anything that you feel. This is another reason why I do what I do, because I want you guys to know that you do also have that ability to connect with your departed loved ones. So Lisa says, do some people pass quicker than others? My mother-in-law visited me, but my mom did not. My mom was very religious and was happy to go. So that's several things. So sometimes a soul, especially if they suffered here in the physical world, or depending on how they pass, or the burdens or guilts that we carry connects to the passing, they tend to come through more so to give us that peace. I did feel a shortness in the breath. So Lisa, can you tell me, because I started to feel the shortness of the breath and I was having trouble breathing. So was that your mom that was departed? I'm trying to see if she's going to answer, because the breath is up. She's here. So I'm having difficulty breathing. Mom died of a heart attack. So know that, Lisa, that your mom is validating that even though she might not have come to you in a dream, she comes to you many ways. Do you connect with birds? So sometimes when I see red cardinals, I don't care if it's a hummingbird, but she kept showing me a bird, or unless she connected with birds here in the physical world. So just know that I do feel your mom's presence, Lisa, right now, validating that she does visit you and that she is with you. She shows me that you still have her Bible. When spirit she says, yes, birds. Yeah. Your mom also just showed me when spirit, now this is where you have to interpret it on your own. When spirit shows me a nightstand and they show me a Bible wrapped with rosary beads and reading glasses, that's my symbol for where spirit validates that you have something of religion. Oh, she says, I have her Bible. Validating that your mom does visit you, and she goes, but Theresa, she doesn't read the Bible. Now your mother just showed me that she even marked. Oh my God, I have it in my bedroom. No one else wanted it. And you don't read it, right? But I feel like your mom marked pages. This is amazing. This is the thing that I love about spirit, because you're going to get the most amazing validations, not only getting the most amazing validations from your mom today that she does visit you, but more importantly, that look, this doesn't mean that you have to sit there and study the Bible, but what I love is because your mom's validating that you kept something that really has no monetary value, but meant the world to her, or was so important to her. Now, I don't know if she did this, but I kept seeing was the Bible with like pages marked. So don't be surprised if you open up the Bible to a specific page and you read a passage that is so fitting. Or maybe there are things that are marked in the Bible that your mom did mark that maybe were her favorite Psalms. So I find that really interesting, and I'd be very, very interested to know what happens with that.
Yes, pages are marked.
Oh my God. I'm all right. You have to write in next week. You have to write in next week, because this is crazy. Yeah. This is crazy. I mean, listen, you guys, you can't make this shit up. I could say shit because it's not TV. So, but this is amazing. So know that your mom is with you, that even though you might not, because sometimes, again, we still think that, oh my God, they're going to come to us in this way, or I'm going to dream of them and they're with me. It's not always the case. Spirit comes to us in many, many different ways. And what I love what your mom just did for you is validating that even though you're not dreaming of her or feeling her in the way that you think, she is with you. And more importantly, still loving and guiding you from the other side. I don't know what it is, but I felt like I just saw her again, but her hair was different. She fixed her hair. So I don't know if there was something with her hair, if there was something where you wanted to fix her hair, but to me, she showed me that she looks perfect. So know that everything was perfect. She's perfect. More importantly, she also says that I don't want you to feel that nothing was left unsaid, Lisa, because I could not pass with you there or knowing that I was going to die, because she made me feel like that even though she might have been sick or had a hard time, she wanted to leave like on her terms, and she wouldn't not want to watch her suffer, or more importantly, to be sick. So, okay. So I'm going to read this girl's question for Victoria. Hopefully I can answer it. If not, maybe Victoria.
OCD.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Marie said, my question is for Victoria. You said something last month in the live chat about OCD. For example, putting your shirt on over and over, getting into a cycle of thought patterns. I experienced that, and I call it circle thoughts. What have you learned from dealing with this that helps you break those circle thoughts? I won't be watching a live chat, so I'll have to watch this afterwards. Thank you for your help. So I know Victoria has been working with, she actually sees a cognitive therapist for that. And she tries to, because she has it with more of the thoughts over and over. It might not be specifically doing something, but it's just like rapid thoughts. So I know that she does work with a therapist with that, and she does like try to just feel whatever it is to feel in that moment, and then just ride the anxiety through it, and know that actually I'm going to try to call her. Maybe I should try to FaceTime. I don't know, because I don't know. I know she just works with a therapist with it, and she's been trying to work through it. Maybe she'll next week. She had an appointment after, and I thought she would have been back by now. But what she does is she allows herself to feel whatever it is that she's feeling, and not to be afraid of it, like forces herself to feel, and maybe even put herself more into more anxiety, and then she's able to work herself through it. But hers is just more of thinking, obsessive thinking over and over. So I will have her write that down, because I literally, it's the way that I read these as I sit. I literally print it as I'm walking upstairs to go on to the live. So I will ask her this question, and then we'll answer it again next week. So hopefully you'll be able to be live. Maybe Victoria will join us this week. Oh, someone keeps asking about angel cards. I saw. Yeah. You guys love these angel cards. I'm going to do an angel card right now. Kathy. Yeah, Kathy, was that the one that lost her son?
Yes.
I just saw a bicycle. So Kathy, how do you connect with a bicycle with your son? And then he showed me primary color balloon. So I don't know if it's his birthday or if he passed around the time of his birthday. Can you kind of look for that, Victoria?
I'm doing that.
I know it's confusing because Victoria is here helping me, but it's not my daughter, Victoria. Okay, so let me pick this card. Let's see. We have listening. This is the card listening. Oh, what deck do you use? Oh, so my very first deck that I use, it's called Healing with the Angels, and it's by Doreen Virtue. I've had these cards probably for 25 years. So they're really cool. So the card that we picked was listening. And so did you see the young girl with the son? Did she understand the bicycle?
She hasn't answered yet. I know like so many people are commenting.
Oh,
so,
it's so hard. This is not easy. If you thought talking to the dead was hard, this is hard. I'm trying to keep track of your guys' questions.
It's crazy.
I think.
And I'm trying to like copy and paste to get to them.
Oh, okay. Oh, Kathy says. She says I do not connect with a bicycle or the. I didn't say color blue.
No.
I don't. I didn't say the color blue.
No.
I said there was something with a bicycle.
Bicycle and primary color.
Oh, no, primary color balloons. So that had to do with birthdays. Oh, so I don't know, because sometimes messages can have a different meaning for you. So I don't know, because you can't connect with the bicycle, if he's trying to say that one year he wanted a bicycle for his birthday, or you gave him a bicycle for his birthday, if you can't specifically connect with the bicycle. So it was primary color balloons. So primary color balloons is my symbol for someone's birthday. and or a releasing of the balloons. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking. Maybe, there's
I think
another
it-
here too, Lisa English.
Oh.
Does my son have a message for me?
That's what I just keep seeing this bicycle. I don't know what it is. Or listen, you could have a picture of him on a bicycle. Because that's all I keep saying. So I'm going to read the listening card. So the card listening means you are in communication with your angels, and the messages that you are receiving are very real indeed. Trust them. This is exactly what I was trying to tell you guys also. So when the things that you sense and you feel, know that that is them. Know that that is your departed loved ones. And that signs come in so many different ways.
We wanted a motorbike for Christmas, Kathy said.
Okay. So something, but you see, this is something now. Have you thought about that, or thought about, oh my God, I wish there were things that I wish I did for him that I was not able to do, or that I couldn't? When Spirit does things like this, is their way of validating that you are and were the best mom for them. So I don't know if that's something that you're going through. That's how you're feeling. But I love what your son just did, showing me something that it was something that he wanted as a gift and you weren't able to give it to him. Don't feel that you were not able to give. Oh, he was on the back of a motorcycle. Oh my God, I just got the chills.
Oh, geez, so did I.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. On his obituary, he was on the back of a motorcycle.
Oh,
Validating that. You see, this is the thing. When we are ready to receive messages, it cannot be that you want to hear one specific thing. It has to be what Spirit feels that we need to hear. And look, it's very easy for me to sit on this end and to say that your son is safe and at peace. But what an amazing, amazing validation that he gave you, that his soul is safe and at peace, and more importantly with God. And also giving you the validation that you are and were the best mom, and that you gave him everything that he needed. And then Carrie Thompson is saying her son died on a blue motorcycle. That's crazy. Again, how validating how the messages can piggyback, and more importantly, how we can receive some type of peace through this. So I hope Kathy comes back on. I'm going to finish to read this card. This card is a validation from your angels that you are really hearing them. You have been receiving repetitive messages through your feelings, dreams, visions, inner voices, or knowings. That's exactly what we were talking about through this whole thing tonight. So knowing that everything that you sense and feel, know that that is real. And are you listening and trusting these messages? Are you following them? If you get any inclination to call someone, go somewhere, or read something, it's important to follow this guidance. That is our loved ones guiding us. That's exactly what we were talking about. So by drawing this card, your angels ask you to give all your doubts and worries about divine guidance to them. Know that you are truly communicating with heaven. Enjoy the conversation. So I love that this card just validated everything for us that we were just talking about tonight. How much that I want you guys to know that you do have this connection with your loved ones. You guys have to trust it. I'm just here tonight being able to validate it for you, to validate the things that you sense and feel are real, and more importantly, that it is them and you are not crazy. Did Kathy come back on?
She didn't, but we just had another boyfriend who died in a motorcycle accident. So I think there's kind of like, it's crazy.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
So, Jane from Wales.
Yeah. Andrea.
Who?
Andrea. She said her boyfriend had also died in a motorcycle accident.
I don't know why, but the 14-year-old son, I feel he's really staying with me.
Wow. Is that Carrie's son? Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Jane, how are you?
So you know who else is on here? Brian. Someone that we had met. You had read him. I think his son had also died in a motorcycle accident.
I can't read these things. It's going so fast.
They're going so fast. Yep. Kathy Kincaid, thank you so much. You hit everything on the head. That's exactly.
What she's been
dealing right now. I've been dealing with it for the
past couple of weeks.
Thanks so much.
Good. So here, your son gave you the exact message that you needed to hear. Not that you thought what you were going to hear, right? But more importantly, you needed to hear. So that's the thing that I love about Spirit. I don't know what I'm seeing, this green-hearted necklace. I don't know what this is. It's like so I don't know if it has to do with jade. And something with a heart. I don't know what that is. So when we see consecutive numbers, Victoria needs a mic.
I'll talk
No,
louder.
Victoria does not need a mic. We do not want to give her a mic.
Exactly. I'll try to speak louder though.
Sometimes with consecutive numbers, that spirit getting your attention to look at it, to let you know that they're with you at that exact moment. So know that spirit. Yes, hearts. My mother-in-law sends me hearts. So know that if you're connecting with that, know that that is them. Oh, so Vanessa says, my aunt loved Jade and had a necklace.
Wow.
So know that, and that's where you can determine the difference of also messages. So if someone can connect with hearts, but then we have the next level of, oh my God, and the Jade. So where normally you might have said, oh my God, I don't know if that's my aunt because it's hearts, but oh my God, yes, Jade. So that is also validating, again, the piggybacking of the necklace. So no, there's just their way of validating that the souls are at peace.
Andrea said she also has a necklace like that. The one whose boyfriend died in a motorcycle accident.
So Andrea, so know that your boyfriend is also validating the things that you thought that were him with the tragedy. Know that his soul is at peace. He says, and I'm sorry that I didn't stay with you that day. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if you guys were supposed to do something. He changed plans. Can you look for that for her? That's because he took responsibility and then showed me the switching of the seats. So when spirit shows me the switching of the seats, it means that there were plans changed. They changed things. We changed things, whatever it is, validating that they do not want us to carry the burden of that accident. Victoria is not saying anything, so don't.
I'm trying I know.
I'm trying to like look at something and then read. This is so hard.
It is so hard. I do have a lot that I have seen.
Okay.
No.
So I see someone keeps asking about Iowa. So guys, on what's today's date? So tomorrow we will be making some announcements.
It's next week.
Oh, next week?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
so next week.
Everyone, we are going to be announcing.
Yes, we're going to be announcing what cities. I mean, because of COVID. I mean, listen, I want to get out there. I would have left yesterday to go do these shows, but because the virus, is still, going on, and different states have different regulations. There are everything is being rescheduled. So we will be making that announcement next week. And don't worry, you guys, the fan club, you guys are always the first ones to know when we're going to announce something. So, don't worry. We're just trying to still get there. And, I wish I left yesterday so I could get back out on the road and, do what I do. So, it is, and I have to share with you guys too, as much as you guys look forward to it, Thursday night, so do I. I miss, getting out there and being able to connect with and heal so many people at one time, So like I said, we have a lot of exciting new things coming up.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing a lot more of me, not just on these Facebook chats. And don't you worry, just if I start to get busy, doesn't mean that I'm going to forget about my fan club. You guys know that I always have my fan club, at heart. And I love you guys, and I appreciate, all of your support. Someone's asking where will it be listed. So you'll probably get an email. I'll post it all on my social media. And if it is on a Friday, is it going to be next Friday it's being announced?
The 19th, right? Next Wednesday or Thursday.
Next Wednesday or Thursday. So if not, I'll keep you guys. You know what? By the time the next chat is, if you don't see it on my social media, I will let you guys know.
On TheresaCaputo.com.
Yeah. And you can always just go to TheresaCaputo.com. That's where everything is listed first, and also, always through the fan club. So
I have a couple of questions. Is that
okay. Yeah.
Diana Thibault.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to your live show, and I'm hoping to hear from my deceased husband because I miss him every day and hope to hear that he's here with me. Thank you for watching so many lives.
Okay. So what I saw, what was her name?
Diana.
Diana, with your husband, what I saw is he placed me in a bed and I saw the indentation at the end of the bed. That is my symbol for when someone feels that they feel their loved one as they sleep or in the room. So sometimes you might feel like as you sleep, someone lay next to you. Sometimes you might actually feel someone kissed you. Just know that whatever it is that you sense and feel, know that it is your husband and know that it is his soul and that he has not left you. He also showed me when spirit brings me to a closet and opens it up and I see pajamas, that's my symbol for, I don't know why I have the weirdest symbol sometimes, that when a woman has kept her husband's clothing. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's one dresser, but it has to be multiple items of clothing, validating that you have kept things that really have no monetary value, but more importantly, meant the world to him. So what did you say her name was again?
Diana.
Diana. I don't know if you saw her come back on. And then I kept seeing a wedding picture. So sometimes that is my, yes, Carrie. All I heard was yes.
Rishma Patel. She wants to know if her dad and her brother,
all I saw was someone with great hair. So I don't know, did one of them have great hair or your dad had great hair? And there was also something about a jacket. It validates that the souls are together on the other side.
And she's pregnant. Yay. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. Yay. So you can look for the marking. It'll most likely go away or get lighter. It validates that the souls of your departed loved ones held the soul of your child before coming here into the physical world. And I feel like your dad or your son, your brother was like, oh, don't worry. You don't have to name the baby after me. So sometimes that's like if you were thinking about it, or even if you were having a daughter and you wanted to name it, sometimes someone will name someone Charlie, even though it's a girl.
Joe Allen, hoping to hear something from my husband, 42 years. He passed just a little over a year ago.
I kept seeing a plain gold wedding band into a heart. So that's my symbol for that you wear his wedding band differently, or you actually change something. I forgot what you said her name was. I can't because
that was Joe Allen.
Oh, Joellen, I can't.
Yeah,
oh God,
and,
I can't.
Diana said, "Thank you so much." I just saw that quickly going.
Oh, okay.
Sarah wants to know: does my brother hear me and my kids say "Hi, Matt" every time I see a signed number from him? Oh,
that's so awesome! Yes, of course they hear. I love when people come and they go, oh, "Can you tell my brother or my mom how much I love them?" And I'm like, "You just did."
And Rush,
yes. Jealousy. I don't know who that was, but what I saw was when I started to read a message. So you must be asking about choices and decisions, because when spirit goes like this to me, and then they show me you stepping away, that's my symbol for where they support all of your choices and decisions. And I saw 3 stacks of papers, and then I don't know if you had to get rid of things or then make other decisions that your dad didn't make provisions for. Know that he does support the decisions, because when they show me the 3 piles and put me in a lawyer's office and take away the middle pile, that's my symbol for where they support the choices and decisions.
So Reshma said she was naming the middle name after her father, and she said, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, good. Yay. That's awesome.
And Joe Allen said, I do wear the necklace. So
perfect.
My God, crazy.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will come. Remember to email your questions. And what was that email on Theresa Caputo? Oh, yeah. I always say it wrong. club@teresacaputo.com if you want to email in some questions, and we'll answer them next week.
I've saved a lot of these that I've seen tonight also.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll do that next week.
Okay.
Revisit the ones.
So Victoria said that there were a lot of questions tonight that she kind of saved, so that we'll also address those for next week as well. But know that I will be looking forward to next week as much as you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Have a fantastic week. Remember about the listening card. Know that you guys all have that connection with your departed loved ones. Embrace all of those signs, symbols, whatever it is, feelings, whatever it is, and know that that is them. God bless, guys, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Love you. Bye.